like I'm saying, it wasn't for this Elvis collection, I figured I'd be dead, or locked away in a crazy house till the day I died.
Yeah. Oh, the way I feel tonight, you better wrap me up a good and tight. In your arms, in your arms, in your arms, in your arms, like a baby.
I was actually an animal. I mean a beast, no good animal that would feel like killing anybody just for a drink of water, for a pleasure of it. I had those kind of feelings. But this Elvis collection took that away from me. I don't have to feel that way anymore. Because just like I said, it's just like there's a lot of burden lifted from me.
He wants to get away from this tap dancing stuff and get in this Elvis stuff. To my advice, I would for Jesco to take his dad's shoes and go on and do what his dad wanted him to do and get away from this Elvis stuff. Because it ain't going to amount to nothing to Jesco. But this other will.
These shoes right here that I got on belong to my father, who was once a great tap dancer. Poor it took a lot out of me when my father got killed. A tragedy happened, and he couldn't carry on with himself about, being the dancer that he wanted to be, because this tragedy took place and things of that nature.
He has a lot of problems dealing with his dad's death. Even now when he acts happy, he's still sad. There's lots of times that just all at once he up and has to go there. He wants to go talk to his daddy, and it helps his mind after he goes there. And he's a better person for a little while, but then it starts all over again. He gets back down, depressed again.
This is my father's grave right here. He was the king of tap dancing, and I've seen a lot of people dance, but not like him. I could never outthink him or outdance him. He's gone, but not forgotten.
He loved his family. It's one thing about D. Ray, he loved his family. He loved everybody. He would try to help everybody he could help. And they all missed him too. Everybody in Bainey Town, you can go to Twilight, anyone ask about him. He'll give you a good word about him. D. Ray White was a #1 tap dancer. He was the worldwide. He knew 52 steps more than any other tap dancer in the world. That's it.
The death of my father, everybody told it their way, and they wasn't even there. That's, when something happens, you hear 1,000 things about it. I was actually there, and as far as I remember and knowing, my father was shot down on account of something that my brother caused.
About the night that Dad was killed, we were there at 7:30 and came home because we didn't want to be in the party.
I would like to tell you the day that my husband lost his life here. He'd been gone all day, and then he came in and he told me he bought me a new car for my birthday and threw me the keys and told me to take me a ride in. Well, me and the children got in the car and we went across the mountain.
We got ready to leave. We got halfway home. I told my wife, I said, Norma, I forgot my sunglasses at the Monty's. And something just tell me go back and get my sunglasses. I want to go back and get my sunglasses. I said, I just let Dorsey borrow him the wire. I didn't give them to him. I want to go back and get them. She said, Jesse, that's an awful long way to go back and get the sunglasses. I said, we'll go back tomorrow and get them. I said, no, man, by God, we're going to go back tonight and get them. I said, I paid for them, and ain't no other God, you know what, going to wear my glasses after me spending my money for them. Them's mine and mine only. I said, I just let him use them. And I said, I will go back and get them. She said, no, I don't think that's the ideal. They're drinking, Jesse. She said, I'm tired, so let's go home and go to bed. I said, no, you're going to go to bed all right. You're going to go to bed in a coffin. You don't turn this vehicle around and go back and get my glasses. See, that's how the drinking and stuff had me at the time. This is true. And I said, I'll blow your effing brains out all over the dash. And I said, I won't hesitate 1 minute, man, about doing it. I said, I want to go back and I want to get my shave.
Jesse said, we're going back to Printer. He said, I left my sunglasses up there. So I just went on back to Printer, and when I got there,
you wanted to come on home, and my costly sunglasses had to lay up there with some other weird old worm. I said, I want my glasses. All right, we'll go back.
Well, I want you to stay. So we had trouble here. Mamie took Mom and them across the hill and said, I'd like for you to be here. Mommy will be back in a little bit. And
Dorsey walked up to me with his mouth bleeding and looked like his eye was black, swelled up. I got thinking, my God, boy, what's wrong with you? That's when we come back to get the sunglasses. He said, well, I was out Tawny's camper. That's the time when Mamie asked me to come out, and we went on home. He said, well, I was out in Tawny's camper out there drinking and talking and stuff, partying. And said, when I come out of Tawny's camper, said Billy Hastings and Steve Rose started working me over like they was on acid.
And about 5 minutes later, this guy knocked on the porch and hollered for Dorsey. And Dorsey didn't hear him, so Dad did. And Dad went out there and said, boys, go on out of the holler.
He said, Steve, I told you, get on out of the holler. He said, if you don't, I'm going to walk right down here to Henry's and call the state police on you. And he shoved Daddy. Said, Donald Ray, this ain't between me and you, Jessica and Norma. Said, this is between me and Dorsey. And I got to thinking, well, it's between me and you, and now you shoved my father on his own property.
Jesse ran out there and he saw him shove Dad, and Jessica beat him up there right on the ground.
And it hurt me so bad to see him shove my father in that kind of shape. And I just went crazy as a bat, jumped on him and started beating him down in the ground. You know, a fight with him because I was angry and hurt by him shoving my father.
Jessica beat him up there right on the ground, and he got up. He says, well, man, you whooped me. You let me up now.
Well, we thought fight was over and everything, and then Daddy and Dorsey got ready to turn around and walk back in the trailer. Steve gave out a holler. Said, get me now, you motherfuckers, effers. And that's true. Said, get me now, you motherfuckers. And shot 3 times. The first shot got my father. Second shot got my brother. And I guess a glance off the trailer, third shot got hit because most shots hit the trailer. And one buckshot got me in the neck. And I said, oh my God, I'm shot. Really, seriously. I said, I'm shot. And I fell to the ground, you know, because I shot. I was scared to death too, and shot because that's the first time I'd been shot in the face like that, in the neck.
My name's Dorsey. They come up there and there's other guys dead and started a fight. And they come back up and said, we wanted to finish the fight, you know. My older brother, he come back out fighting a dude and done whooped him. He said, I've had enough. And he headed out of the holler, like his head in out of the holler, and he grabbed a shotgun right there, turned around and shot my dad and my other brother. And I took off running toward the trailer. And he shot me right over again the trailer door. I kind of glanced around like this right here and then looked back to see how my dad and them was going. He shot me and then I ran on in here. And I hit the floor and I started bleeding and stuff. Knocked me unconscious.
Dorsey said, oh God, my face, man. I can't see nothing, man. Oh God. Like that. Was hollering for Daddy. He said, well, where you at, DZ? Well, I kept running up. Said, well, help find Daddy. Where's Daddy at? He couldn't see out of his eye because it shot out. And I was laying on the ground. It shot like this, choking on my own blood.
Bet you were where I found my husband laying here in the road. And I picked him up, and my arms ran up in his back where his whole back was shot out. And I looked over and I seen Jessica laying there bleeding. And then I looked over and seen Dorsey bleeding, all 3 of them laying here in the road. And that's the last thing I remember. The laws got here and they took me in the house.
And I ran in the house and got blankets and covered them up.
Then the deputy sheriff came to investigate this shooting that went down. So Jessica, daggone you, said, don't you die on me. I felt like I was really dying because I was really in shock and choking too on my blood. He said, "Daggone, don't you die on me, Jessica." That deputy did.
And I was in the hospital for about 2 or 3 weeks. They didn't want to let me come out there to see my dad's funeral or something, and I come on out anyway, you know. And she could tell you about how long the guy got out of it. He already got life, and he didn't get nothing at all.
He got 5 to 15 years I'm doing this stuff to my family, and they say he's getting out next month. If he gets out again, we're looking for some more trouble. That's all I know.
Yeah,
But it'd probably be him go down this time instead of one of mine.
Best thing to do is just stay away from us. We don't bother nobody. We're a good family. We try to help anybody out we
That's
can.
exactly right.
Other than that, that's fine for me. As long as he stays away from Boone County here, away from my mom and them, he'll be all right.
And if I was at my right mind and not been under influence of alcohol or drugs, I believe that I would have killed everybody there and didn't turn the gun on myself. Because losing your father is a lot. That's really a part of you laying on the ground too. And that's the reason I say it does a lot too, you know, when you love somebody. And the way I feel this way, we didn't finally show we loved each other anyway, but the way we did it, the way life was. Because he wanted me to be tough, wanted me to think that, but all the time he loved me. The names he called me, the bastards, the little old son of a bitches, he didn't mean that. Because he really loved me. He was just mad at me. I know that. And I never did hold it against him, but I held it against him for making a difference in the boys. Why was I always had to be the black sheep in the family? And that's really true.
It tore the family all to pieces.